Hello guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for having you here. So right now your guys at the Elmina Castle in Ghana to tour with you and give you guys some brief history that you need to know about the Elmina Castle, what the Dutch did to the British. So stay tuned with me, let's go in and explore the castle.
Hey.
So here you pay an entrance fee to go through your tour in the Elmina Castle, depending if you are a Ghanaian or non-Ghanaian. This is what happened. Efia told the guy that we are both Ghanaian, and he was like 80 cents. He was greeting me, right? And I said, hey, yeah. And he said, okay, you guys are good to go, you can go. So he wanted to know if I'm a Ghanaian before agreeing paying for a Ghanaian's fee. Can you imagine, guys? Your girl learned how to speak tree in Ghana.
Yeah, with the popular name Elmina Castle, because it is located in Elmina. Now, in the year 1482, the Portuguese built it. But the thing is, way back 1471, the Portuguese started coming here. And when they came, they were trading with the locals. And that was the barter trade, exchanging goods for goods. The Portuguese here were giving the locals guns. Around the year 1503, that was in the early 16th century, when the slave trade started, all these warehouses you see down here were now converted to be slave dungeons. That's where they put the enslaved Africans. And at a point in time, there were 1,000 captives here, 600 men and 400 women.
Each time?
Yes, every 3 months.
Every 3 months?
Yes. Now, I want us to see how they were getting some of the captives here. The Europeans would capture some on their own, and that was forced capture. For example, you may send your daughter to buy you something on the street. By the time you realize somebody has stolen your daughter, and you don't know where she was. Now, some of the Europeans also had a collaboration with some of the Africans. These guys were slave raiders. Slave raiders. And this is what they do. Sometimes they can get to some village somewhere and set the village on fire. With guns and other dangerous weapons, they hide in the bush. So while people are running for their lives, they capture them, especially the women and the children. But the biggest way they got a lot of them here was through the effect of intertribal wars. Currently in Ghana, there are many ethnic groups, but no matter our difference, we see ourselves as one people. But in those years, that was not so, because normally there were wars among the tribes. So for example, if tribe A defeats tribe B, most of the tribe B people were captured. Most of these people who were brought here were victims of wars. In the year 1637, the Dutch fought the Portuguese in this castle, defeated them, and they took charge of the whole castle. And in the year 1872, the Dutch transferred the castle to the British. That were no fights. The Portuguese lived in this castle for 155 years. The Dutch were here for 235 years. And the British were here for 85 years, until the year 1957, when Ghana had the independence. And as we stay right now, Elmina Castle is 541 years old, and we are still counting. So this is a very brief history about the castle, very short one. Please, that's someone of a contribution or a question. All right. Now please, in the course of our tour, you will observe some of these bricks, these yellow bricks and the red bricks. The red bricks were from Portugal and the yellow from Holland. In those years, these bricks, they put them in their ships to serve as a ballast. They gave the ships extra weight for stability. But when they come down here, that's what they used to raise out the building. This structure you just came from, this is the Portuguese chapel. First Roman Catholic church in this country. And you see the whole world, every chapel has a SendWave. There was a Roman Catholic tower up there. When the Dutch got here, they were not Catholics. The Dutch, they took away the Catholic tower and they divided the chapel into two. They used the upper hall as junior soldiers' mess. Their soldiers were drinking and eating up here, and they used the hall below as a marketplace. That was where they were buying and selling the captives. When the British got in here, the British converted the two halls to be classrooms for their policemen who were trained here. But as we stand right now, that is a museum. So this structure goes through 4 phases: chapel, dining hall, marketplace, classrooms, and now a museum. Initially, as I was saying, all the rooms at the ground floor here were warehouses. But as the slavery started, this is where they put the enslaved African men. Please, these are the male slave dungeons at the ground floor here. Please, let's shift in here. Let's stay here. Now, please, on this first floor, where rooms for soldiers, these are the missionaries. The second floor there for the deputy governor, and the last floor there for governor himself. In this castle, your position will tell you where you have to live, the higher you are.
The battery is 16%.
This is Portuguese water reservoir done by the Portuguese. Now, do you see this black pipe? You have some black pipe over here, some pipe over there. When the Portuguese were here, some of the pipes, they channeled them along the roof. So when it rains, rainwater will pass through and enter here. What we have here is not connected to the sea. It is harvested rainwater. Some call it sweet water or fresh water. Now, in the year 1637, the Dutch fought the Portuguese here and they took over the castle. When the Dutch came, they thought that the Portuguese had poisoned this water. The Dutch never used the water. They dug out their own water. And as we go on with the tour, I'll show you Dutch water. The soldiers who were here, the traders and the governors here, they were raping the women because they don't come with their wives. In this castle, if a governor wants to sleep with a woman, he stays up here. Can we have a look up there? That was the governor's balcony. He will stay up there and give a command to the soldiers to open all the gates for all the female captives to come and line up here. So while they were here, and he staying up there will now look through and select the woman wanted to sleep with. After the selection, they fetch water here and clean them up. Because for the number of months they were inside, you can't get the chance to brush your own teeth or take your bath. And some of the women who were selected, they were menstruating, but still, that was governor's choice. They clean you up and they take you to the governor's bedroom. We are going to see where they passed. We will come back to continue. All up there, it's a trap door. They pull it up. The woman walks through, enters bedroom, and they close it. As we all go up, I will show you the secret door. After raping them, they bring them back into the dungeons, still as captives. And in fact, because of the rape cases, some of the women got pregnant. And with their situation, they could not live in the dungeons. But one thing was when the European traders came here, some of them built stone houses outside the castle. As you go up, I will show you some of them. They sent these pregnant ones there to give birth. And when they give birth and the child is 4 years, they bring the children back here and educate them. In fact, in Ghana here, most of our formal education started from the castle schools before they were moved outside. And apart from this, in Africa here in general, sometimes you will see some of our brothers and sisters. If you look at the skin color, it's very light. That's a light color skin. And aside this, there are some European names on the coastland. You may hear a name like Heidi Cooper. Yes, 8 of these boys were here. There were chains here fixed to their feet. Over here, no water, no food. Rain or shine, day or night, they were here. And this treatment was given to them so that the other female captives inside, when they see this, they become afraid never to disobey the governor. This cannonball we have here, it weighs 25 kilograms. You cannot run away. And you can imagine during the daytime the scorching sun, and in the night the mosquito bites. That was very serious. Please, I am here. Yes, the sea was close or high up here, but right now it had receded or gone backwards. There were small boats or canoes that were brought here, and there was a staircase over there. The captives in chains will get onto the small boats and they take them to the wharf. I will show you. That was where big ships were anchoring. They took them there, they arranged them in, and they were taken away to places like America and the Caribbean islands, like Jamaica, Haiti, Bahamas, and the rest. It is throughout this door and other reasons that explains why there are Africans scattered all around the world. This is one of the reasons. We can observe that the size of the door is very small. That should not tell us that somebody, before we go and wrap up, this is St. George's Castle with the popular name Elmina Castle. In the year 1482, the Portuguese built it. In the year 1637, the Dutch fought the Portuguese here and they took charge of the castle. And in 1872, the British were here. The Portuguese were here for 155 years. The Dutch were here for 235 years. And the British were here for 85 years. Until the year 1957, when Ghana had independence. Right now, the castle is 541 years old. So all this thought that we had and all that I told you, it is to serve as a big lesson for all of us. In our own small way, we must make sure that this injustice will not repeat itself, although it is still happening in other forms. And I really want to thank all of you very much for your cooperation. And I wish all of you the safest and the most peaceful journey back home. So I will end the tour here.